Types of polymerization reaction. We have additional polymerase. Additional polymerase means to say we are going to add the monomeric units of the already existing polymerase chain to become a growther. So for that addition polymerization reaction, we have three functional units, that is three classifications. One is free radical mechanism, second one is cationic polymerization, third one is anionic polymerization. Okay, anionic polymerization. So in each of it, we have sub classes. For example, how can I say means if suppose the chain should along means it having three process. What is the one process? First we need to take the chain, and second one we need to see where the expansion or where that link is there. So we need to open that link, okay, and we need to just make a hole to join the other link. So then we can close and lock it. Is it right? This is the way. So for the addition polymerization reaction, we have three categories, that is free radical mechanism, cationic polymerization, and anionic polymerization. So if suppose I need to remove the link where I need to join. So you know the cycle chain, right? Everybody know. Then if you don't know, I can give other example. Uh, So for the free chain reaction or free chain mechanism, first we need to find out the where that link exactly there in your cycle chain. So for that we need to first remove the chain from your cycle, right? From the two petalings. So for that, in the free radical, in the free radical mechanism, in the free radical mechanism, we have types called chain initiator step, then chain propagation step, then chain termination step. So if you know this, for cationic polymerization also it will same, for anionic polymerase also it will become the same thing. It means to say, so in additional polymerase we have three classifications. That is free radical, either we can join the free radical or we can join the cationic polymer or we can join anionic polymer. Okay, will you get it? If you didn't understand, please ask me, I'll repeat. Okay, so the thing is, we are going to add the polymerase chain, no doubt at all, but what you are adding, okay, what you are adding, based on that we have three categories. You can add free radical, or you can add cation, or you can add anion. Is it clear? So now if you want to add a free radical, how you can add? First, you want to take the chain, and first you should initiate it, and you should then elongate, then you should break it. For the bio students, it's very easy to understand because the DNA process or RNA process or protein synthesis process is almost the exact same method. It doesn't make any differences. So those who are the CS students, please try to understand that uh, polymerase chain reaction, we can add three factors. Whatever the factors we are adding, based on that we have classification. We can add free radical, we can add cationic polymer, or we can add anionic polymer. So based on that, what you are adding, what you are adding for the polymerization chain reaction, based on that we have three classifications. That is fine. So now you are saying, ma'am, you need to add free radical. Yes, I need to add free radical. So what you want to do? First, I need to start the initiator. Then I can prolong. Then I can stop. So how much I need to join? That much I'll join, and after that I'll terminate it. In biology terms, they used to call it initiator, elongator, and terminator. Is it right, bio students? So same like that in our chemistry also we are reading chain initiator, chain propagation, and chain termination. Is it clear? Is it clear? So now first point, in free radical we are going to initiate the chain. So how we need to initiate? Suppose I'm taking the example of a benzene benzoyl peroxide. Okay, benzoyl peroxide. I'm taking the example of benzoyl peroxide. So what I'll do, I'll just write it down. The structure of benzoyl peroxide, C6H5C. Okay, this is your benzoyl peroxide. Okay, fine. So this structure we are going to initiate with other. So okay, this is your chain. Suppose think this is your chain. You need to first search for the link where you need to open the chain. So for that, what we'll do, we'll break it. We'll break at this point. Okay, we'll break at this point. What you will get, C6H5, 2, right? This is one molecule, this one molecule. We'll get 2 bond, C double bond O dot O. So we'll get it in 2, that is free radical. So if we are representing the dot upon any atom, if we are putting a dot upon any atom, it represents the free radical. It represents an free radical. Okay, so we'll get like this. And I told you this free radical, okay, this free radical will always having a high energy. This free radical will always having a high energy. So this is the product we are getting. You can ask, ma'am, here we have only one molecule. So if you write like this is balanced, then where you will get this and all? This is my question. Is it right? So at that time, I'll write it as 2 molecule. Does it balance? Please check it fast. Does it balance now? Does it balance? See what I'm doing. If this is one chain that is called benzyl peroxide, fine, I'll agree. You are making it as free radical. By that, you are breaking the bond between OO. You will get 2 molecules of C6H5, C double bond O, and this one. Can you repeat the structure? I'm repeating, Gokul. I'm repeating. So this is C6H5, C double bond O, then O, same. See, this is one molecule. It's just a replica of it. This is called mirror images, superimposable mirror images. Okay. So I'll just break it here, and you will get 2 molecule of it. Okay, 2 molecule of it. And also we are getting a benzene, C6H5 dot. This is called free radical, and carbon dioxide. It's balancing. If you are writing 2 here, it's balanced. So because of the, yes, Meghana, it's balanced. So because of the dot present upon the molecule, this free radical will act as an highly interrogative. It's highly powerful. So suppose you just compare the energy of a kid, of an adult, and as a old age. So okay, so kid having more energy. That if you notice a kid that is infant, the infant is always beating his fingers or arms or legs continuously. But if adult want that much of activity, it's not possible. Old age people, it's impossible. So like that, the energy of free radical is more when you are comparing with any other atom. So it's eagerly waiting to make a bond or to break a bond with someone else. So for example, if you are in a hunger, so hunger creates anger, then you have lots of energy to do, but you won't read. I'll agree, but you won't read. But you have that much of energy, and that anxiety will make you to uh, louder voice and quarrel with your mom or asking something and all. So that hunger, that is called free radical. So okay, because of the presence of this free radical, what will happen? This will go and bind with an other molecule. So suppose this is free radical. I'm taking. First step is how you are making this and free radical and how it will interact. Okay, so this is your free radical, right? So what I'll do, I'll just take any one of the so suppose I'm taking this ethene. Okay, you can just write the G here, this is functional group. Otherwise I'll take methane here. So this is right. So what happened when this interact with this free radical C6H5 free radical is interacting with your CH2 double bond CHG or CH2. It will give you a molecule of C6H5 CH2 single bond CH and G. So it making a bond, by making a bond with this molecule or ethene, it's giving its own free radical. It's shifting to the other carbon. Okay, is it okay? G means to say functional group. Usually, Meghana, for the organic chemistry, we used to represent any of the functional groups. Suppose you should know one thing, no? Amino acid, we usually represent the functional group in terms of R. So, like that, we are representing a functional group in inorganic as a G. It's just a functional group. It may be replaced by any other atom. Okay, fine. So this is called, it's transferring. So this step is called it as chain initiator step. Okay, this step is called as chain initiator step. I'll repeat it again. So this is a molecule of benzene peroxide. So this benzene peroxide will break and it will make a free radical. That free radical have more energy that will combine with other atom, and by transferring of free radical, it activates the whole molecule. Is it clear? Is it clear? Fine. Next. Initiator done. Next, we need to prolong it, right? So we have like this. So from the initiator point, this is called a propagation. Okay, propagation, chain propagation, chain step. Sorry. So we have like this. From the initiator step, we have like this, right? So it's already initiated. What it will do? It will combine with one more molecule of the same kind. So sorry, this free radical is not there. So okay, then it will become C6H5 single bond CH2 CHG. Then the ion should transfer. Then what happened? CH2 single bond CH dot G. Is it okay? Clear? So what happened? By transferring of the free radical to the next molecule, the chain keep on continuing. Same again, it will add with next one. Then again, the chain is become like this. C6H5 CH2 CHG. I'll just write it C1 G1 G2. So it could have been very much easy to understand. So I'll continue it here. CH2 CH G2, then again CH2 CH G3 free radical. Can you able to understand? Huh? You are getting it right? Artha ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? So initiator means by making a free radical that will combine to any one of the molecule. Okay, that is called free radical. After that, the same molecules is continuously adding to it by transferring of the free radicals to the end carbon. So that giving you an propagation chain. Okay, propagation, or you can say continuity of the chain. Both you can say. Propagation in chemistry word, it means to say continuity or elongation. Okay, so next, terminate. So we need to terminate it, right? So yes, we are initiated, we done, and that much we require. Okay, enough. So we don't want much more, so we need to stop it over there. So what we need to do? We need to terminate. Termination step. This is third step, right? Third step. So what we'll do, for the termination step, we have long chain, right? We have this in a long way. So I'll just write it like this in terms of n, because if you write like this page will end up. That's why I'll write like this. So like this, it will be there. Free radical. Is it clear? So same molecule of this having the free radical, and same molecule of this I'll write again. Okay, so what we need to do for termination? Okay, can you see now? Yes. Okay, this is a termination step. So same molecules I'm taking in two number. So both having free radical at the end. So if both free radical will combine to form, and that's end up your chain link. Because wait, I'll explain it. I'll write and explain. CH2 CHN dot CH2 CHG. Then same, but I should write it ulta. This should be like this. Okay. Then CH2 G and CH2 N C6H5. Okay. Is it clear? So you're getting my point. So when we are bombarding two free radicals, itself make the chain to stop. For example, if someone is stronger and someone is weaker, so to make the quarrel between them, or they want to struggle with each other, if both were talking, it's continuity. If the both are in the same force and they are not able to give a space for their talk, what happened? Your talk will continuously, it's going like that. If any strong person of the same kind, if the third person come in the middle and they'll scold both of them, what they'll do? They'll keep quiet. Same like that. First, what you're doing, you're initiating. So for initiating, you are just breaking and make that as free radical. Because of the free radical activity, it will combine with other atoms and it will make a chain prolongation. And because of that chain prolongation, how much you require, that much is prolonged. Next, what happened? You want to stop the chain now. So at that time, for stopping, you are bombarding the two radicals, and that makes the neutralization of the molecule. It is so simple, no need to worry much. First, you are breaking and making a free radical. So that free radical is transferring and it's connecting the functional groups to it for the prolongation. And for termination, two free radicals are bombarded together and themselves itself is going to be terminated. Is it clear? Is it clear? So now what you need to write. So this is for your free radical step. Okay, free radical step. Is it clear? Any doubt? It's so simple. You don't need to worry much. Can you able to understand? Speak out. Okay, speak, no problem. ಮಾತಾಡಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ಸಲ ಕೇಳಿ. And you should log in today. Again, you should re-log in today. ಒಟ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? Propagation method. Okay, Meghana, a ನಿಮಿಷ. Ma'am, for CH2N, there will be number attached to G group. See, Meghana, that only N represent, it may be any number. Okay, it may be any number. N tends to, it may be any number. So if it is repeating, you can't write that same thing in again and again, right? So for that, how we can say means, you should remember the glucose structure. CHOH, CHOH, CH, it repeats for 4 times. So what we'll do, we'll write CHOH and in bracket we used to write it at 4. So same like that, we are representing it. And G refers for the functional group. It may be, the hydrogen may be replaced with any other atom. So that gives a functional group. If it changes, then the basic nature of the chain is also changes. So G represents for the functional group. Propagation step and termination step. Propagation step and then the first two, you need to explain now. So take this as an example. Take this as an example, polystyrene, and write initiator, propagation, and elongation steps. Okay.